At night, I notice a very, very slight oddity which forces me awake. I'm relieved that it isn't in my room. The pouch under my pillow has a strong wooden smell. The lights, I guess I can leave them off. I take it out. Part of the wooden mammoth is singed. That must be why it smelled. So why is it singed? Something must have given it a tough fight. But it hasn't broken at all. This proves it's stronger than Shikigami. That ghost isn't in here. She's outside. I open the curtains and look down at the road where the street lights are shining. There she is. Evidently, this thing is keeping her from approaching. Kotori has some skill. The ribbon girl's face has no expression. Kinda like how an insect's emotions are incomprehensible to us. Eventually, the ribbon girl walks off to the forest. The forest no one is allowed to enter. So I'm safe for now. I just hope she won't come back. I have no idea why she's so fixated on me or what she wants from me. She doesn't act like a ghost, so I'm curious as to what she really is. But I decided to avoid the code from now on. My newfound senses can't help but feel her presence. However, I need to remain blind. So don't come back. She might not mean ill. She might even want my help. But I want nothing to do with it. I close the curtains and get back into bed. Sunday, I wake up early. I feel good this morning. No fatigue, no strain. A perfect day to start something new. Maybe I should do some wurfing. I haven't seen many other people abbreviate web surfing like that. Oh, that's what it means. I text Kotori. Subject, morning. I successfully woke up early. Wurfing is so fun. So much fun. As always, the net world is swirling with the trivial joys and sorrows of countless people. I skim through several sites. I like news about strange world events. I look at some new lengthy feature articles and find myself reeling. Feature article: The City of Unidentified Creatures, Kasamatsuri Yuma Collection. This is a collection of new Yuma sightings reported in the vicinity of Kasamatsuri City in Prefecture. Kasamatsuri City has been a hotbed of Yuma sightings for a long time, but there have been even more sightings than usual in the past few weeks. And they seem far more credible than past reports, which were often just people getting spooked by shadows. There are also a few creatures which appear to have been seen by several people. First, look at this picture. Picture 1A, silhouette of a mini elephant-like creature hiding in the forest. At first glance, this probably looks like a small elephant, but think about that. This is Japan, and this picture wasn't taken in a zoo. Also, look at the tusks extending out from the front. Aren't those far too big for an elephant of that size? The tusks of the African elephant aren't this large until... The moment I see the picture, I fall face first onto my desk. They actually have pictures of it. I curse someone I've never met. There are lots of other sightings and pictures. Small mammoths, tree men, strange insects. A bumper crop of Yumas. Just to be sure, I check other sites too. As expected, several other news sites are reposting that content and stirring up discussion. The forums all have people exchanging opinions on this, and several places suggested forming a Yuma siege term. Siege term? Search team. That's the part I'm afraid of. As I think about that, another page gets updated. Is the Kasamatsuri mammoth the sole survivor of the pygmy mammoth species? Ah, come on! The Harvest Festival starts today. This could have caused some real turmoil. The forest being off limits now feels like a good thing. The timing was too perfect. Okay, done. It did bug me, but I closed my browser. I'm living in the real world now. No more Yumas or prana or psychics or geomancy. I turn off my laptop and prepare to head outside. I'm gonna do a little reporting. Tomorrow she'll be helping me, which will count as a date, but today I'm going solo. I'm aiming for rather ordinary events, so that I don't have to fight with any other part-time reporters. The popular events get all the attention. But my paycheck doesn't depend on the popularity of my articles, so I'm going to fill these niche and focus on minor stuff. I have Kotori's digital camera too, though she hasn't told me how to use it. As I get ready, Kotori replies to my text. Subject: read morning. What's swerving? Fine. Wah! My jaw hits the ground. Why are there so many people? This is way too many. People are allowed to walk on the roads today, but the area around the station is packed full of people. Every restaurant and tent is completely full. Every major store or building with special offers for the festival has to limit the number of people coming in. This is an even more ridiculous crowd than most years. I take several photos. There should be a lot of other journalists here too, but it's hard to imagine them getting much information in the middle of all this. I'd heard this was getting worse and worse every year, but still. The crowds in the plaza are like an ocean. They have their own currents and everything. Multiple flows collide with each other, producing an ever-changing labyrinth. Once you enter that kind of crowd, you just end up getting ferried somewhere automatically. This feels like a trap in a video game. I should probably get out of here soon. Then I notice the path away from the station is also blocked by crowds. Da! And thus I was surrounded by traps. Damn it! I'm gonna have to go into one of them. I pick one and charge in. Wah! As expected, the crowd takes me away. And then I'm back here again. After traversing a lengthy route, the sea spits me back out where I started. These traps are a pain. There's no way to know where you will end up. No one in there was walking in this direction. How did I even end up here? Eventually, I managed to escape to a more reasonable crowd. By reasonable, I mean the crowd is just thin enough that I can actually choose which direction I'm heading. I'm in the park now. Quite a few events take place out here since they have lots of area to work with, but nothing really stands out today. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be an opening games ceremony here, but I guess it's already over. Staff members are rushing to and fro across the stage, preparing for whatever's next. Open air shops dot the area. Most of the stands are still getting ready. They're probably planning to be open by the time the next stage event starts. There's nothing here to draw people right now, but I think it's being used as a rest area. People are walking much slower here. And then I find Inoue. Oh, wait, you're here? Her eyes have no life in them. She just looks at me blankly. She feels like a completely different person. You're Inoue, right? Inoue from the newspaper club? She's not reacting. Hey, what's wrong? You're usually more upbeat than this. Heck, you're normally running all over the place digging up dirt on people.
Grandma?
Not literal dirt. Listen to what I'm saying.
あなた、誰だっけ?
What? Huh? Do you need help or something?
私、どうしてここにいるの?
Oh? Does this mean? Oh yeah, I heard you had been transferred to another hospital. Did you lose your memories or something?
この間まで病院にいたけど、どうして知ってるの?
Yep, memory loss. I'm not even sure how to answer that. We used to be rivals, you know.
ライバル? 変なの?
Yeah, it was. It was all your idea, but I'll just leave out that part. So, where have you been? Oh, actually, never mind. It might be better if I don't tell you anything. If Brez moved Inoue there to keep her safe, there's no way she hasn't thought about her memory loss. Odds are Inoue hasn't been taught anything important, so that she can remain safe as an outsider. Anyway, I'm just some normal random passerby called Suzuki Norm.
特徴的なんだか平凡なんだか
I'm just a mob, don't worry about it.
よくわからない
That's for the best.
鈴木くん私どうしてここにいるのかな
Beats me, there's a festival today, so pretty much everyone has a reason to come.
これなんてお祭り
You came here without knowing that?
気がついたら電車に乗ってて今朝起きてカレンダー見てたら行かないとって思ったの何かしなくちゃいけないってでも何をしたいのか自分でもわからないの
Ah, that. Even without her memories, her habits are still working. Part of her journalistic spirit made her come here today, even making her get on the train subconsciously. Humans are bizarre creatures.
そりゃ
Never mind, it's nothing. This is Kasamatsuri City. We are having a harvest festival today.
どうしてひらがなで話すの？
I don't know, that felt like the right way to say that.
面白い人だね、鈴木くん。
Inoue smiled softly. You really are like a different person. I feel sad. Losing your memories is a sad thing. I had no idea Inoue could change like this. But it's better if she goes home without learning anything. If she regains her memories, precious efforts will be wasted. If Inoue remembers the secret she learned, someone might come after her. I'll escort you to the station. You should really go back to the hospital.
それ、カメラ？
Yeah, I borrowed this from someone. It's only a single lens reflex camera, but it's still digital. I think when I was a kid, these things still used film.
撮らないの？いい絵だと思うけど。
She points to the park and tilts her head. Come to think of it, the tranquil park does look pretty good from this angle. Clearly, Inoue still has her old instincts. Yeah, but I'm still not quite sure how to use it. Getting the focus and everything right takes a while. I'm practicing with it every day though.
貸して。
Hey! Despite her graceful demeanor, Inoue steals the camera from me.
F 値は 5.6。シャッタースピードは512分の1。これで撮ってみて。
Okay. I take a picture with it. Since it's digital, I can look at the picture immediately. There's a lot of details involved in actually printing it out, but I can see the data at least. This is pretty good. Everything really stands out, so it's easy to see the details.
手前の被写体を背景から強調したいときは F 値をもっと上げればいいし、逆に全体をくっきり撮りたいなら F 値は11まで絞ってもいいと思う。この構図なら見せたいものが狭いゾーンに集まっているから、距離や光量とかの兼ね合いでこのくらいになるのね。あとは経験ね。
No, that was more like Inoue.
私、井上です。
You're right.
どんな文字より絵の方が説得力があるから、いい記事を。
Inoue covers her mouth. What's wrong? Her face goes pale and she freezes up. Are you feeling okay? Should we go sit down on that bench? And then she throws up. Her stomach must have been almost empty. There is very little vomit on the ground. I make her lie down on the nearest bench and give her a wet handkerchief.
ごめんなさい。突然気分が悪くなって。
That really was sudden. At least you didn't ruin your clothes. Have you really recovered from your illness?
退院したばかりだけど、そこまで弱っていたつもりは。なんだろう。何か思い出しかけた気がする。でもそしたらいきなり頭が締め付けられたみたいになって、思い出しかけたこと全部飛び散っちゃった。
Do you think it's a symptom of your memory loss?
わからない。お医者様って何も教えてくれないの。親も。実はね、何度もこうやって吐いちゃうの。思い出そうとするたびゲーって。胃液で歯がボロボロになったら嫌だな。
I see.
私、あなたと知り合いだったの？
No, I'm just some random guy.
私ね、何かしにここに来たんだと思う。記憶は戻らないけど、それだけは確かなんだ。
You don't need to remember. The future is more important than the past. Focus on living today and tomorrow.
小骨が引っかかったみたいなんだけどな。でも思い出そうとするたびゲーゲーやってたんじゃ大変だものね。
You must get weird nicknames.
ゲロ女とか
Like Pororoka.
ちょっと
Whatever that means. Inoue looks away and shivers a little. I guess that hurt a bit.
鈴木くんさ。鈴木くん？無視しないで。悲しくなる。
Sorry. I didn't mean to. That's right, I'm Suzuki.
最初に吐いた時だと思うんだけど。
Inoue pulls a small keychain out of her handbag.
吐いたものの中にこれがあったの。
A memory stick? A device that can store data and transfer it between PCs. Lately they've gotten amazingly small and cheap, but still hold lots of data. One of these can hold as much information as an old hard drive. This was in your stomach?
病院で吐いた時だったかな。見つけてすぐに隠したんだけど、うち 親の方針でパソコンってないらしくて。
Huh? I thought Inoue had all sorts of electronics. She should have brought some of them with her when she went out on that investigation. They must have confiscated all of it when they found her. In fact, I'm pretty sure she used to carry a small laptop around with her. A memory stick in her stomach. How did that happen? There's no way she ate it because she was hungry. Wait. Did you eat this to hide it? In that situation? You knew they'd take everything else away. So you kept this hidden. Somewhere they'd never find it. You're incredible.
これあなたに渡さないといけない気がする。
I can take that.
どうして？何か知ってるんじゃないの？
But that's your hard work.
無理なの。外のパソコンとかで中身を閲覧しようとしたことはあるんだけど、やっぱり今みたいに気分が悪くなっちゃって。私その手のことってもう拒否反応が出るみたいなの。
That's really weird.
自分では調べられないってことなのかな。
Seriously? Inoue used to live off the idea of investigating the truth, but now she'll never be able to even look at it. That's just cruel. No, wait, Inoue-san, my situation changed too. The cult club's gone. I promise, Kotori. Lots of Yumas have been spotted.
多分これで合ってるんだと思う。ほっとしてるから君に渡しに来たんだと思う。
No matter what's on here, I won't be able to do anything with it. You'll just be burying your findings forever.
いいの。
Really?
自慢したかったのかも。それが誰か一人でもいい。君一人でもいい。
Inoue, I feel like crying. What the hell? You risked your life to get this information. Why are you entrusting it to me? Without any compensation. Inoue would never do that. It's almost as if... It's like we were actually rivals or something.
きっとね。どんな情報があったのかな。私にはもう思い出せないけど、君が代わりに見てやって。
I can't refuse her. I take the memory stick. I should be able to access it with my laptop at home.
すっきりした。
She stands up. Her complexion looks fine now too. You okay?
嘘みたいに体が軽いの。やり遂げた感じがする。
I see.
今日や明日のこと。これで考えられそう。
That's good to hear. This tiny memory stick. It feels like a huge weight on my shoulders now.
じゃあ私帰る。黙って出てきたから今頃大騒ぎになってると思うの。
Okay. I'll walk you to the station.
大丈夫。もう一緒に行動しない方がいい気がする。今は誰の注意も引いてないみたいだけど。
Inoue's instincts are sharp enough that she'd be able to tell if someone was. And she's right. If one of those organizations saw us together, things could get hairy. They might assume Inoue remembered something and told me about it. I wouldn't be able to keep my promise to Kotori if that happened. We should split up immediately. Inoue doesn't remember anything, but her instincts alone are enough to make the right choices. What's left of her journalistic skill is still working its magic.
じゃあね、続き小太郎くんだっけ？
Inoue smiles and walks off as if freed from a curse. I try to smile back as she left, but I'm not sure I managed it. After Inoue leaves, I look down and let out what I've been holding in. I'm just as powerless, damn it. What the hell do you want me to do with this thing? I guess I should at least look at it. That probably counts as breaking my promise, but I'll look and that'll be the end of it. I'll get over my occult obsession after that. I don't feel like reporting on anything right now. I stand up and hurry home. Once I get home, I immediately slot in the memory stick. Rich text files and images. They're completely unorganized, as if they were just thrown in here. Several of the pictures are failures. They just show trees, or the night sky, or the ground, I guess she fell over a few times, or just a big blur, or lots of white, probably due to some setting mistake. And then one with a monster. One of the black dogs I've seen several times. She's pretty far away from it. It'll probably have attacked her otherwise. She really is amazing. Was this the first time Inoue saw these monsters? I'm impressed she didn't run home after seeing those. It's hard to imagine a single girl took these out in the middle of the forest. And there is more than one picture of a monster. Here's another, and another. A snake bigger than anything in Japan. Some creatures with completely different shapes from any known animals. Enormous insects. A slender shadow flying through the sky. Some of these monsters I've never seen before. She found so many. In such a short time, in such a small area. It's like a real-life Hyakiyagyo, whatever that is. I can't believe Inoue had the skill and nerve to get all this. Makes me wonder how I even qualify to be her rival. I opened the text files. A series of diary entries during her time in the forest. The writing is sometimes rough and error-ridden, revealing how rushed she was. She was probably writing things down as she found them. I start reading. Found several Yumas. Identified several of them in the forest. Are they still unidentified animals? They aren't shaped like normal animals, so it's unlikely. So what are they? Don't know yet. Some Yumas I am unable to see. Example, I heard and felt something nearby but couldn't see it, so I took pictures in all directions and it turned up in one of them, so it can fool human eyes but not technology. See pictures. It's shaped like a huge boar with 2 tusks sticking out in front. Does it have a chameleon-like powers? Not that. Whatever it is, it's a very strange phenomenon. Yumas are capable of disappearing at will. Am I just losing sight of them? There are humans following the Yumas around. See pictures. A robed man walking next to a black dog. Are they controlling the Yumas? Like a wild animal tamer? There are several of these people. See pictures. A group of robed men convening in the forest. There are far too many kinds of Yumas. They are also insanely huge. Are all the Yumas under human control? Some kind of secret society? What are they after? Are they terrorists? A cult? I think the Yumas can be split into 2 main types. One, ones that closely resemble pre-existing animals. Maybe they can pass off the dogs as pets or mutants. 2, ones that are completely different from any known animal. Many of them look huge and ferocious. Biological weapons? Nonsense. No way to be sure. Day 1. Night. The time is 23:17. I'm giving up any hope of getting back home today. I screwed up. I got too obsessed with this. I did something you must never do in the wild. I lost track of where I am. I guess that means I'm stranded. I feel perfectly fine. I'm mildly fatigued. I'll be camping out here tonight. I never thought my dad forcing me to do all that mountain climbing would come in handy. My food will last 4 days if I stretch it out. I'm fine for now. Can I really sleep in a forest with so many Yumas? So far there's no sign that they've noticed me. I'm not safe though. As I thought, my cell phone has no reception. I was trying to get a more powerful transceiver for this, but it didn't arrive in time. This was my last chance to get into the forest before it would become illegal to enter. The data I got today is amazing. I was so excited I missed my chance to escape. The price I pay is being isolated out here. I'm cut off from all civilization. It's scary, but it's also fulfilling. I know just how weird a person I am. Every photo I took today is astounding. And there are humans involved in this. This is clearly a big deal. The secret government conspiracy? Yeah, right. I'm not Tennoji-kun. But this does seem really bad. It does feel like there's a huge organization behind this. I've only seen glimpses of them operating, but they seem extremely cautious and intelligent. They must know how much attention the world pays to Kazamatsuri. But they're hiding all of this right under everyone's noses. It's so thoroughly ridiculous I'm almost laughing. But despite all of that, their existence has never been exposed. That scares me. There's no doubt some powerful force is keeping these truths secret. A powerful force, something capable of sending assassins out to silence anyone who discovers this. Normally, I'd love that off, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to publish this when I get back. It might put me in danger, but I'm not the kind of woman who would automatically stop investigating because of that. I planned for camping out here, but I didn't tell my parents about this. I'm taking this very seriously, but I don't want to commit suicide, so making it back in one piece takes priority. That's what really matters. Tomorrow I'm gonna try circling around Mount Okuno toward an old hiking trail. That trail cuts through a huge part of the forest, so if I follow it, I'm guaranteed to find civilization. I could head for the river, but there are lots of uncharted rivers around here, so there's a risk of falling into a deep swamp, so that's not a good idea. Also, many Yumas travel along the rivers. There might be some swimming in them. These Yumas are... forget it. I'll stop pretending. There are not unidentified mysterious animals. There's a much simpler word for these things. Monsters. Maybe demons, yokai, or beasts would work too. But to me, they're monsters. This is a forest of monsters. Inoue. It's an amazing diary. She wrote in great detail about every day she was gone. I keep reading. Day 2, morning. I wake up at 6:15. I'm starting on the escape route I chose yesterday. I'm going to leave my dead batteries and unnecessary equipment here. I don't like it, but I should leave my video camera here too. Hopefully I'll get a chance to retrieve it later. I'll hang on to my camera and cell phone. I ate some of my provisions. By the way, did you know there are no bathrooms in the forest? Civilization is a really closed world. I like civilization. I love how the name Fumiaki is written with a kanji for civilization. Oh, Fumiaki, I want to see you again. Specifically my kotatsu, my laptop with Wi-Fi, my cell phone and my music player. But I'm a strong girl, I'll make it back. I'll believe that and set off. I started walking at 7:15. Inoue wrote a ton more comments as she walked. In fact, far too many. Apparently she didn't see any monsters on the second day. But she did find lots of evidence for them, like footprints or gashes in trees. Inoue continued taking pictures and writing down what she found, even as she tried to escape the forest. The writing feels calmer here and has a lot of sharp insights. It feels like Inoue. But there is just so much of it. It starts feeling unnatural a little further on. That's when I realized that writing this stuff is her way of keeping herself calm. She was all alone in the dense forest. She didn't know where she was, and her phone wasn't working. The sun was blocked by creepy, twisting tree trunks in a web of leaves and branches. That's why the forest is so dark, even in daytime. And in moist darkness like that, it feels like monsters could come from anywhere. There are no walls to protect you or warm sheets to cover you, no weapons either. So she wrote down the truth. That was both Inoue's goal and her mental support. Day 2, night. 9:12 p.m, still alive. I haven't found the old trail. I found a good place to camp out, so I decided to call it quits early. I should have done this much earlier. After the sun sets, there is no way to ensure this area is properly hidden. I can't use my cell phone without risking a monster noticing it. I'm getting exhausted too. I should have set up camp at 7 or 8 p.m. I've used up too much stamina. I'm running low on food too. I'm not so much hungry as I'm devoid of energy. I ate the bare minimum to keep functioning, but I don't feel satisfied at all. I should go to sleep and try to conserve energy. But what are these monsters? If humans can control them, are they genetically engineered or something? I hope not. Biomonsters shouldn't exist outside of manga. Everything is just too weird. My notes are already filled with questions I don't know how to answer right now. This feels like the Cambrian explosion all over again. Is this some new wave of evolution or... Day 3, morning. I wake up at 5:24. I felt shocked when I realized I wasn't in my bedroom. I just stared blankly for a while, unable to accept it. That's a dangerous sign. My mind is wearing down. I thought I was used to stuff like this, but I guess this expedition is tougher than usual. I eat and go to the bathroom. There was a river nearby, so I washed up and got some drinking water. Is the water healthy? I don't care. This is an emergency. Even if I catch something so bad it kills me after I get back, that's better than dying out here. Okay, today I'm going to find that hiking trail. Let's go get lectured by my parents. Day 3, night. 7:17 p.m, still alive. My feet hurt. I shouldn't walk anymore today. I think I was worried and walked too fast, so I wore out my feet really quickly. There's nothing but pain now. I can't risk spraining my ankles. I need to take a break. I still haven't found an escape route. In fact, at one point I found myself trapped and panicked. I think that took up 10 minutes. I ran around half crazy, so I lost a few pieces of equipment. That was stupid, I shouldn't have done that. I still have my food, but I lost my hat, spare batteries and map. I need batteries for my flashlight and other things. My phone and camera have special batteries, and my belt of spares for those is safe in my survival bag. All I can do now is write down what happens. Damn it! If I run into one of those roped men tomorrow, I'll have to surrender. Though I have no idea what they'll do to me. But I might not make it out of here in one piece as it is. I want to go home, I want to go to school, I want Inoue to make fun of me. I want my normal life back so badly. Dad. Day 4, morning. I wake up at 4:47. It was a light sleep, I feel just as tired as before. The moment sunlight hit my face, I automatically woke up. I think I'm getting more sensitive. The moment I see any sign of hope, my mind completely focuses on that one thing and stops thinking otherwise. I just hope I don't panic again. I did eat. There's very little decent food left. I'm in serious trouble. If I stay still and wait for help, a bar of chocolate can apparently last days, but... I massaged my feet for a while, then set off. My heels hurt with every step. I don't like this. I want to pray to something really badly. God? If there's a god of journalism, that'd be fine. But is there such a thing? I'll have to look into that when I get back. Day 4, night. 7:09 p.m, still alive. This isn't a good place to sleep, but I can't move anymore. I have no energy. I ran into a monster. It found me. It attacked me. I ran desperately, and now I'm here. Somehow I got away from it, but I'm resisting the urge to cry now. If I make noise, they might find me. I'm writing this now to help resist it. I assume the monster I saw had an owner, but I didn't see him. It was definitely trying to kill me. What attacked me was some disgusting thing that didn't look like any animal. I felt something hit me in the back as I ran. I just found out. It tore my backpack. It looks like some kind of claws ripped through it. Most of what was inside is gone now. I've lost almost everything at this point. Only my phone and camera are fine, since they were in my hip pouch. It's kind of ironic. Now I literally can't do anything but report on what's happening. As for food, a bar of chocolate remained at the bottom of my backpack as if to cheer me up. I'm glad I put it in a hard-to-reach part of the bag. I ate half of it. It's not a meal, but fuel. After going so long without any sweet, having candy like that was painful. There is not much chance of surviving this, I know that. Dying is okay, I guess. But I'd like to die in town at least. Of a disease or a traffic accident or something. It'd be such a relief to die where there are lots of other people. I don't want to pass out and die in the middle of the forest. Who the hell personified nature as a kind, gentle mother? That's just wrong. Nature is as cold and cruel as any machine. Gaia, was it? The mythical mother nature. That's not what it's like at all. Mothers don't eat their own children. But nature does that all the time. It's a cruel system revolving around life and death. A single life has no value at all. It's cold. I still have my sleeping bag, but it was torn along with the backpack itself. I try sleeping in the torn bag, but it's too cold. I wonder if anyone will come save me. Probably not. I failed. I completely, utterly failed. Day 5. 12:17 already? When did I go to sleep? And when did I wake up? I don't remember either. When I came to, I was wandering through the forest, dragging my torn sleeping bag behind me. I hurriedly tried to retrace my steps, but I couldn't find where I'd slept. I didn't have much stuff left, so I guess it doesn't matter. I know it's torn, but just having it at all feels lucky, or maybe I'm just clinging to false hope. There's still sunlight streaming through the canopy. That relieves me. Knowing I can see the same sky as someone safe in the city puts me at ease. I feel connected. This time of day is the most calming. But when I look back down, I'm still surrounded by darkness. Branches and leaves overlap each other, forming eerie tunnels. When I have to enter one of them, the complete lack of sunlight makes me stressed. I don't even know which way I'm walking anymore. I only have a tiny piece of chocolate left in my hip pouch. I must have eaten most of it while I was only half awake. It's scary what minds do when pushed to the edge. I'd have liked to taste it at least. This last little piece is a good luck charm. If I eat this, I'll have no other support. I'll be naked. I've gazed at my sleeping bag, wondering if I can hang myself with it somehow. I'm looking for easy ways to die. When I felt my foot hurt, I stopped to look at it and found lots of blisters. Also, my heels were cut up and bleeding. I'm in terrible condition. I must have worn through my sock at some point, so my foot is rubbing against the shoe directly. Of course, I don't have any spare socks. As a short-term solution, I try to move the fabric over the wounds. This will probably be my final entry. After I'm done, I'll eat the last piece of chocolate and give it my last shot. I'll walk as far as I possibly can, because the next time I stop, I'll never walk again. If I die, I want someone to read this. Not to reveal the truth or anything. I just want someone to know what happened to me, even if I die before it happens. Everyone. Yuki, Tamako, Yuka, my friends from the newspaper club, such whimsical girls. Mom and Dad. As for boys, not many of them, only Tennoji-kun. But I guess he's good enough. Everyone, thank you. You've all done so much for me. I hope one of you finds this someday. Okay, I won't be able to move anymore if it gets dark. I probably have 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to keep walking with my bloody feet. Goodbye, probably. And then only one entry remains. The last one. This one says it's probably the last one, but there's actually one more after it. The writing is very different. Emergency! I can't believe this. What the hell? This is huge news. By some miracle I made it out of the forest. I left the hilly area for a simple grove of trees from which I could see a town. I wasn't relieved. I was so happy I shouted. If it was an illusion, I probably would have died from the shock. I was saved. I ran toward the town. I didn't feel pain in my feet anymore. There was actually a huge distance between me and the town at that point. I used the last of my strength to run there. People are incredibly strong when they're on the brink of death. Anyway, I arrived at a nostalgically artificial place. But it wasn't the town I knew. From far away it looked the same. But as I got closer, I could tell. It was more like a replica of my town, carved out of stone. See pictures, strange buildings. I thought it was some kind of art. A really huge piece of urban art maybe. But this is just too big. It's the same size as the town. That just isn't possible. And there aren't any people here at all. I don't see any pedestrians on the streets or people in the houses. The paved roads are easy to walk on, but that's it. Everything right down to the water fountains in the park is a fake carved out of stone. After walking for a few hours, I finally realize I'm not safe yet. I have no electricity, water or gas. There are no stores or people anywhere. I pick a random house and sit down in the yard. It's past 8 p.m. That's strange. It's not dark yet. In fact, there's no sun. But it's bright out here. Like a slightly cloudy day, there's enough ambient light I could read a book out here. In this season, it should be dark by now. Am I going insane? Is this the last thing I'll ever see? I can't believe I stumbled onto a mystery this huge right at the very end. I don't want to die with something like this left unsolved. Actually, no. This is much better than dying out in the forest. Now I can kill some time investigating this. Sorry, I have to write more. There are people here. A robed man like the ones I saw on the first day. The mysterious group controlling the monsters. He passed by me as I was writing the last part. With black dogs in tow. They must be well trained, they're following the robed man without a leash. They are monsters, but it seems reasonable to assume they behave like dogs. I probably smell very badly right now, so I decided I had to move away. I slipped into a building, also made of stone, so I could write this. I think I'm out of danger for now, but I can't think straight. What should I do now? What situation am I even in? Hypothesis 1, I'm dreaming, too cheesy. Hypothesis 2, it's all an illusion, also too cheesy. Hypothesis 3, I'm already dead, too forced. Hypothesis 4, I've lost my mind. Number 4 seems the most plausible. A city of robed men hidden in the forest that no one knows about. Night doesn't fall here, and the sky is always a cloudy gray. That's just unrealistic. Am I underground or something? I guess that would explain some of it. No, that's not enough. There's no way a cave this huge could exist underground, and there's no reason for anyone to carve a whole city out of stone. You obtained info. Mysterious gray city in another dimension. If only. It can't be true anyway. I'm not going to believe in alternate dimensions. I look out across the city from a high window. There are stairs up to the 3rd floor, and I can see robed men here and there. I have to decide whether to surrender or continue hiding. I'll probably have to act on that decision very soon. Surrender, I guess. If they don't kill me on the spot, I might survive this. Just in case, I'll save all of this to my memory stick. They can confiscate all my stuff, but a memory stick I can swallow if need be. I want someone else to decide what to do with this information. It's dangerous knowledge, so it has to be handled carefully. I do have the option of just getting rid of it. If Tanoji-kun ends up reading this, then let's just say you won. Occult stuff probably does exist. That's the end of what she wrote. I heave a great sigh. I was so focused on reading I'd forgotten to breathe for a while. Amazing! It's not fiction. This is what happened to one of my peers. That truth weighs heavily on me. This is the biggest scoop I've ever seen in my life, and I just had to run into it after I decided to avoid occult stuff. Inoue put herself in a lot of danger. She didn't surrender, did she? Based on the ending, she was probably trying to escape. Not bad. So she called that place the Grey City. It hits me. I've been there. That's exactly the same. Inoue and I have both been there. It matches her description perfectly. So that means those experiences weren't just dreams or illusions. Robed man, man in robes. M-I-R, just like M-I-B. Now that sounds occult. I've seen those robed men too. And of course, the monsters. Everything lines up. It's the same, exactly the same. I can't stand sitting still for some reason, so I get up. She took a very different route to that city, but I'm sure it's the same place. Whether or not it's in some alternate dimension, that place is weird enough to make us both feel that way, and it exists right next to Kasamatsuri. It's like the reverse side of the city. Occult stuff probably does exist. My intellectual curiosity is so piqued, the hair standing up on the back of my neck. So what does this mean? I'm neither a journalist nor some hero of justice. I don't know if the robed men are good or evil. The evidence indicates there is a lot of them, so it must be a sizable organization. Even if they are evil, an ordinary high school student like me doesn't have a good enough reason to fight them. I can't kill people just out of curiosity. I should avoid this because it's dangerous. That's what Kotori would want. But still, another dimension, monsters, conspiracies. I can't even pursue this. Well, I could if they kidnap Kotori or something. Don't say something like that, or it's gonna happen. That ribbon girl, that's right. She went toward the forest. Is she okay? Nah, now I'm worried. The ribbon girl's a worthy rival. I want to know if she's safe. Should I go check on her at least? Yeah, that's what any normal person would do. No. I'm just fooling myself. Why is my curiosity so strong? Monsters, robed men, the Grey City. It all bothers me for some reason. I can't feel it drawing me in. I turn off my computer and pull out the memory stick. I twirl it around my fingers for a while. Thunk. Okay, I threw it away. I'm done with this stuff now. Sorry, Inoue. I can't carry on the investigation you risk your life for. I've already gotten over any silly attachment I had to this subject. Or so I thought. I know I did this yesterday, but I want to see her face so badly. I want to see Kotori's face. I ring her doorbell several times, but she doesn't come out. It's Sunday after all. She's probably out enjoying the harvest festival with her family. I sigh. Unsatisfied desires are always so painful. Will I be able to get that close to Kotori? After permanently burying a story that big, I don't really feel like reporting on anything. To Comeback Kotori. Subject now. Where are you? I'm in front of your house. I wait a while, but no reply comes. Now what? I kind of feel like just standing around doing nothing. So I stroll over to a nearby hardware store. I stare at the hammers and drills to distract myself. Before I realize it, a set of equipment has gathered on my table. Everything I'd need to head into the forest. Why? Why am I subconsciously buying all this useless crap? I'm such an idiot. What am I doing? I flip tables in my head. Nah, I want to go in the forest. I can't pretend Inoue's report has nothing to do with it. Her passion affected me. But what's the point in going? I thought I didn't want to pursue that anymore. Think calmly. I don't have any particular grudge against these organizations. I'm just aspiring to be like Inoue. My daily life is much more important. My casual days with Kotori. But Kotori won't accept my feelings. That truth sets my nerves on fire. An emotion somewhere between anger and dissatisfaction swirls through my body. Maybe it's a good thing I can't contact her. It wouldn't be very nice to her if she turned up now. I am having a lot of trouble keeping calm after reading Inoue's report. I try going outside. Taking a walk might help. Walking around for an hour should distract me. University student. Hey, you, over there! A group of university students talk to me. Yes? They're all wearing hats and badges sold at the festival. They must be tourists. You live here, right? I heard you can get into the forest near here. Do you know the path? The forest? Are you here to see Yumas or something? Exactly right. So they really are famous around here. That's what I was afraid of. They're all the rage right now. Yeah, everyone on the net's talking about them. We're a mystery research group, so we figured we have to check this place out at least once. There's a festival going on anyway, so it was easy to come. Though it's crowded as hell. The boisterous students start chatting amongst themselves. Sorry to rain on your parade, but the forest is off limits. They all laugh. Who cares about that? Are you in high school? You're so lame. At least try to keep up the enthusiasm. You've got to enjoy life, take it too seriously, and you'll throw away any chance at being happy. Yeah, you've got to make friends you can be idiots with. Friends I can be idiots with. I used to have people like that, you know. Anyway, there are dangerous animals in the forest right now, so it's really a bad idea to go there. No one in this area goes anywhere near it. But there's no way we can come this far and not check it out. You don't have to lead us there, just tell us where it is. No, seriously, you shouldn't. Aw, come on! One of the women gets irritated enough to shout at me. She snapped so quickly it's almost funny. Sorry. No, we are sorry. The girls are a bit hyper. Yeah, if we don't act exactly the way they want, they'll abandon us in a heartbeat. Ah, I see. I'm not that bad at goofing around with people, but this group just feels alien somehow. But if you try exploring the forest without the right equipment, you will be in serious trouble the moment you get lost. We're not gonna get lost. Fine, I've had enough of you. Let's go. You've had enough of me? Oh boy, the princess is angry again. Sorry, boy. Huh. The university students walk off somewhere, still making noise. I hope they don't try going in. I wander around the area for a while. The Harvest Festival takes place all over the city, but of course there isn't much going on in the residential areas. It just feels tranquil here. During moments like this, everything that's happened up until now passes through my mind. Like the monsters, the creepiest parts of the forest, and that otherworldly city. This might not be a peaceful town after all. Kotori still hasn't responded to my text. I try calling her. She doesn't pick up. She might be somewhere the signal can't reach. I go back to Kotori's house. Something's worrying me. I ring the doorbell a few more times, but no one comes out. Damn it. Something feels wrong. My instincts tend to be very accurate at times like this. Though I really hope they're wrong. Hey, it's Chibi Moth. I hear a voice. Chibi Moth? I hear rustling noises from the bushes. Wait! It left. I can't see it anymore. Damn it. I run after him. I head into the back alley, but we'll do that next time on Rewrite. Holy shit, this is gonna be a long-ass episode. Well, whatever. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a nice day. Bye-bye!